Okay, so hi, welcome. I hope you liked the video. This is Filipino blood stew, aka Dinuguan. If you don't know what that is, it's exactly what it is. It's made with pork blood and pork.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm joined by two lovely non-Filipinos.
Hello.
Hi.
Non-Filipino number 1 and non-Filipino number 2.
We don't have names.
They don't have names. I'm kidding. This is my friend Tima and this is my friend Miles, and they're gonna try Dinuguan for the very first time because it's Halloween, and why not eat and talk about ghost stories while we're eating blood stew.
While we're drinking blood.
Is it drinking or eating? So like when vampires do they eat or do they just drink blood?
I feel like they drink blood.
They just drink it.
Does this make us vampires?
So they're like a liquid diet kind of thing?
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I'm gonna serve you your rice.
Do you know why that is though? Well, most of the time it's because they say that since they don't go out in the sun as often,
there's a science to this?
Yes, girl, there's a whole science. Basically, their blood is thin on its own. They can't survive unless they have some other source of blood, which is why they're always sucking like a leech,
Oh, okay.
So they use that to digest, and that's also why they can't go out in the sun, because their blood is just shit. It's garbage. It's trash. Maybe I'm just making this up.
It's okay. I'll go with that. Right here we have the Dinuguan, and we have, this is called puto.
Excuse me? What did you call me?
Exactly. This is called puto, and it's rice cake in the Philippines.
Huh.
While in Mexico and other Latin American
Christian
countries,
woman, I don't know how I feel about that.
it means something else.
Mm-hmm.
So eat blood and have some puto.
Wow, that was
An experience.
Yeah, go dig in. Gonna give it a shot.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm hungry.
Oh.
He dives in okay. It almost looks like chocolate.
That's what we call it.
Oh,
You
yes.
get one puto.
Can't forget my puto.
You're gonna need more dugo, which is blood.
Oh, yeah, I know I will. What do? Do you eat the
Well,
puto together?
Yeah, usually you dip it if you have a bowl of dinuguan. So we just
Can I add some meat on there?
Yeah, of course. Like that. Itadakimasu.
Itadakimasu.
Cheers.
Yeah. That blood.
Wow.
I knew I was gonna like this.
This is delicious.
That puto.
I like how sweet this is too. As a mixture.
Oh wow.
The rice cake.
It's so good.
Warm, man.
Oh my god.
You like it? You like your
It's so
dugo?
good.
Warden likes it too.
This reminds me
course
of
it does.
African
He was
food.
all up in my mouth.
So I thought in the spirit of Halloween, we should go around and tell each other our supernatural ghost stories.
Well, my only ever experience was when I was having sleep paralysis. Starting off, just so you all know, I don't sleep with the covers. Like, I sleep with them over my head
Mhm.
when I'm alone. Like, I
Because
just
you don't
have
wear
to.
glasses and you don't want to see shapes.
Yes, and I
Mhm.
can because like, but if I don't wear my glasses, I just see like blurs of color or shapes, like you said.
Mm-hmm.
So I can't do that. So whenever I've had sleep paralysis in the past, I don't see anything. Like I don't have hallucinations, and I don't really hear anything either. I just feel like a pressure, like either on my chest or whatever. But here's the thing: this time the pressure was not on my chest. I was like lying on my side, and so I remember going to bed. It was like around 3 a.m., guys.
No, it wasn't.
It was because I remember I called Kevin. This happened 3 times to like 3 times in like the same hour or so.
Mm-hmm.
So I just remember being fully awake, and that was the scariest thing. And I feel these hands on my back going like this. I'm gonna do it for you, like this.
Ooh,
Like it's kneading you.
she's giving you a
Yeah.
massage.
I remember in my head, I'm like, stop it, like leave me alone. And I'm like
But
sweating at this
in
point.
sleep paralysis, you can't really move.
You can't move. You can't
Say anything
Yeah, you
either.
can't say anything. So like, I'm trying my hardest to like let go of my fear and just tell it to stop. I get out of the sleep paralysis.
Mm-hmm.
I like stand up, walk around my room. I'm like, oh my god, like what just happened? I wake up, and I try to go back to sleep, and then it happens again, and it's like kneading on my back again, and I can't get out of the sleep paralysis, so I go back into it. Then at this point, I get back out of it. I call Kevin. He answers, like, and then he's like, what's going on? It's like 3 in the morning, but I think it was like 1 a.m. for you guys here or something like that. I tell him what happened, and then he was just like, okay, that's crazy. I've never heard that before, and I was freaking out. And then it happens a third time where it's like, you know, like.
So this was when you were still in Texas?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think I've only had sleep paralysis like during times of my life where I've been like not depressed, but like just going through it, like stressed out, you know. But it hasn't happened since. Like I've been good. Like I've never had sleep paralysis in LA before. Like I've never. It's been like 3 years. So I just remember in Texas I was in a really bad place, like in college.
Yeah, usually sleep paralysis is triggered by like how tired you are, or,
Yeah.
you know, stressed you are and all that stuff. Because I get it a lot, especially when I worked at the kitchen. I have woken up when there's a lady standing on my chest.
Ooh, yeah,
Oh,
I've had this chest thing before.
Yeah, there's a old woman that standing on my chest.
I'm gonna tell you though, there's been a
Ooh.
character where everyone says it's a lady.
Yeah,
It's a
it's
witch.
always a lady.
But why is it always a witch?
One time that I also had sleep paralysis where I woke up and I just heard like howling,
Oh my god.
like howling of like dogs and just like people like yelling.
What?
But when I actually like woke up, it was opera singing in the background.
Oh.
But because I'm asleep and my
It made
everything
you-
is distorted, you know, it felt like something else. So,
What if the demon is making it distorted?
but
Like
then
making you
demon.
see like the negative,
Okay.
the
Yeah.
hell.
Can I tell y'all one of mine?
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
go.
please.
Okay, mine was weird because it was more of a premonition than it was of a demon. So I had a nightmare. I tell this story all the time, but I had a nightmare that I was being chased by a demon or something, like something, an evil spirit around in my house. And this was when I was still living in Vegas, so it was like a 2-story house, so there's like room to run. And I remember, like, it was one of those dreams where like you feel like you wake up, you know, like when you're about to go to school and you dream about getting ready. It was one of those kinds of dreams where I was like, oh, I'm awake, I'm going downstairs, and then I see a demon, and then it chases me all around the house.
amazing.
So that was happening, and I remember like running into my room and feeling like cornered there. So I run into the laundry room, which doesn't have a window or anything in it, and I remember like the demon blew out the light in my room. So I ran into the laundry room, and then in the laundry room it like blew out there. And so then I like woke up because I died, and you never dream that. So I woke up and I was so freaked out that I turned my light on and my light blew out, and then I
Ooh.
ran into the laundry room. I fully screamed and ran into the laundry room, and if that one didn't blow out, so if that one blew out too,
Oh, you would have
bitch,
been.
I would have been dead.
You
girl.
would have been like-
I would not have been here.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
So this is my cousin's story when we were younger. This is not my story, but FYI, I still don't believe in ghosts and anything supernatural. It's just like a preface. Don't believe in any of those things because the evidence that we have are usually anecdotal. It comes from like people's hearsay. There's no quantifiable evidence that we have it. Anyways, So she tells me this entire story, and I can't take this away from her because this is an experience, you know. But we were kids, and we had our like nannies, you know, and her nanny's name is Belle. So she was like, I guess she was peeing in the restroom, and in the restroom there's like a window, and the window was like one of those like if you're Filipino and you have this like same window, the jealousy, the little shutters, the glass shutter things, and it's open, and there's like a bars like steel bars outside. So she's peeing, and then she looks in the window, and she saw Belle staring at her, just like staring at her, and then she's like, why the fuck is Belle just staring at me while I'm peeing, you know? So she calls her name like Belle, and then Belle answered, but
It was like behind her.
Belle answered from the kitchen.
Ooh.
The face is staring at her with Belle's face.
I would have cried.
She like jumped out of her fucking toilet bowl and ran crying. But
Demon.
hey, was it? I don't know. I don't. But then again, you know, I can't take that away from her. That was her experience. But then she also has like a lot of like supernatural things that happen to her all the time. So she's a firm believer of all that stuff. I don't, just because I know our brains are liars, and they lie to us all the time. And then we make connections when there are no connections to make sense of it. So I don't know. Until I see like I guess quantifiable evidence that there is supernatural stuff, then I will change my mind. But then it's one of those things like you believe in things, you know, like I cannot just choose to believe in something that you don't believe in because you're not compelled to.
It was like that movie we were watching, you know? What was it? The Mist.
The Mist?
Yeah.
Nobody wanted to believe that they were in a dangerous situation with aliens. Yeah, you would have been the black guy. What the fuck are you talking about?
No, I would have seen it. I would have went there and looked at it.
Oh.
I wouldn't have just like said no, absolutely not. I'm gonna be
No.
like, where is it?
Let me
Then I
look
would be
at
like, all right, it's here.
They did stall that. They were just
Yeah.
like, we're not even gonna go fucking back there.
That's the problem with
Sorry,
people
we just
who-
watched The Mist like a
Yeah.
weekend ago.
That's the problem with people who like say like they don't believe in things.
Mhm.
It's because they're usually like fixed on it. But I preach the gospel of I don't know. So until you tell me otherwise that there's this like concrete evidence for it, then I'd be like, all right, well I guess you're right.
So girl, look at this tentacle.
Yeah. If
Then
you
you'd
show
be
me
like,
a fucking
oh.
tag, I'd be like, oh, all right, okay, okay,
That's cute.
that's cute. Okay. Yeah, that's Halloween stories for you today.
Whew. I hope I don't like have issues getting to my car.
I think
you
you'll be
won't.
I'll
fine.
be thinking of all the demons and shit.
No,
like-
not the demons.
Yeah, but how do we even know it's a demon? How you know? What if it's like an alien, or what if it's like a different kind of animal that we don't know?
What if it's an interdimensional species?
Exactly. What if it's a
Yeah.
different species? What if it's just like a shape-shifting gecko?
That's still scary.
I'm like, girl, why are you here? And where did you escape from?
How
Because y'all not natural. Your habitat is not here. Bye.
Clearly we can't sing. Nick doesn't really like Dinuguan. Doesn't really like this too because he says it tastes like pennies and coins.
Said Dinuguan.
Dinuguan.
Blood. So.
Yeah. But this one, does it taste like pennies and coins?
No.
You know.
Exactly. Because if you cook it right, it won't taste like pennies and coins.
Did he try making it?
I didn't. He hasn't tried the ones that I made.
Oh, I
Like
see.
blood sausages taste like pennies and coins.
Yeah, this one is not because it has vinegar.
At least English.
Well, this one has like vinegar, sugar, and it has like
Sugared blood.
lemongrass in it. So
This
it
must
gives.
be what diabetes tastes like.
This is the sweet diabetic blood,
Yum.
girl.
Now, if I was a vampire, I'd know
Ooh.
what kind of blood I like.
True.
Oh, girl. Yeah, you're right.
True.
And on that note,
Nope. Bring it all the way. See how we started with vampires? We're back again.
and that is comedy. Well, thank you so much for watching, you guys. It's a pleasure as always. I hope you enjoyed this video. And go check out these two lovely, amazing human beings. I'll put their links down below. And I'll see you guys this week with another vlog, and next week with another food video, and another eating, talking, mukbang. Okay, bye!
Bye.
Bye!
With